Hey, what's going on? We are live for Mindset Monday. I am here with my co-host Dave. Dave, what's going on?
Jonathan, what's up, my brother? How are you?
Good, good. I am good. So this weekend I had my 20-year high school reunion.
I got
And
25 coming up.
what?
I got 25 coming up in November.
Yeah, so I didn't go. Listen, the reality was I went, bought the tickets to my 10-year, drove by it, so no one was there. And so I just didn't even stop in. This one I went, I had two of my close friends that I still talk to weekly, like my best friends, right? Growing up, we all went. It was fun. It was nice seeing everybody. But what I realized is like, dude, the takeaways, like, it was very weird seeing people you haven't seen in 20 years. And it's amazing what you can do in 20 years. It's also amazing what you can destroy in 20 years, right? And what I would say is that most people don't understand or appreciate the time and what can get accomplished if you start now and you're consistent with it, right? And looking back and seeing that, that level, right, of time and seeing how different everyone's lives were just crazy, you know? And it doesn't give you, and basically, we're here and it makes you appreciate how quickly we have on this planet, right? How quickly we have to make up our minds and go and approach something, attack something. Um, what are your thought on that, Dave?
Yeah, man. I think it's kind of a gift and a curse of being grateful as a society. The American life, right, for what we have. But I also think on the flip side is people don't understand, or they don't realize that it's gonna end one day. You know,
Yeah,
it's not finite, man. And I
right.
used to be guilty of that. There used to be times where like, hey man, I'm gonna live forever, right? And a Jay-Z song Forever Young came out, and it was really weird. I was like 30, like around 30 years old, and I was like, man, that hook was like when I was a little kid. And all of a sudden it's like I'm
Yeah.
here like 30 years later. Like this is bananas. When you have kids, it seems like it goes even quicker. And one of the reasons for me, like explaining that, you don't have time to bullshit. And it's funny to me, like when you speak about reunions and so forth, and when you see
Hopefully,
people,
shortly, everything's fine.
there's always that one guy, right?
Yeah, no, dude, panic.
That's all good, man. But when you get in these reunions, man, and look, the people you grew up with or that environment, it's great. And I understand now. I always used to think like that crew of people you're always going to be around. They're going to be there forever. You guys are going to get old and gray and fucking
Yeah,
fish on the dock later. That's all bullshit,
dude, that's
right?
not how it works.
No, not at all.
Some of us, like I'll tell you, there's three of us that I'm still friends with, speak with daily. They're my best friends on the planet, right?
Mhm.
But there's people I still speak with from that group. But
Yep.
here's the reality: as you change and do different things, right? You're going and you're learning about different skill sets, about building. Maybe it's building a business, maybe it's not. Maybe it's starting a family, right? Whatever those interests are, you're going hard in that direction after high school. Okay, some people tend to level up like very, very quickly. Some people might not do it as quick. But what I will tell you is when you are around those people that you haven't been around in a while, the habits, it's so crazy. I had more drinks this past weekend than I probably have the entirety of the year. And I didn't have a lot of drinks, Dave. This is not me going out and going crazy. This is, I might have had 10 drinks over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then your eating habits, okay, and all these things that you're normally so like on top of during your normal routine, normal schedule, just changing it away for 2 days, going back into that environment. It's amazing how quickly you can fall off on your habits.
Yeah. I think, for me, as you know, I'm coming up on 7 months now. And you know, that's gonna be interesting this fall. I mean, I'm confident enough. I got enough time in to be like, hey man, you want a beer? Like, yeah, I'm good, man. And the last time we had a reunion 5 years ago, it was like that, man. Like it was like a party in the basement, in '99. Like it was freaking crazy, right? But no, like you're constantly gonna evolve. You're gonna put out a different frequency as you develop going through this journey. You're gonna get around different people. I mean, you're a great example, dude. I didn't know you 3 years ago. I think I met you 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Now almost 3 years, coming up on 3 years, right? And these are people that you get around and learn from. Jonathan's somebody I consider in my circle that I learn from, and I hope I pour some things back into him as well.
Absolutely.
It reciprocates both ways, and unfortunately, some of those people that you grew up with, they're going to get what I call Al Bundy syndrome, man. They're going to stay there because they peaked out at 18, maybe 19, maybe the college years, right? And that's it. Oh shit, man. Like this is it. I never made it to the pros. I just got a job that, gets me by. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But if you're going to sit there and complain about it, then that's on you, man. That's not on anybody else. That's a direction at you.
Yeah, I 100%, dude. What I will say is I was actually really surprised. Like a lot of people, it was nice seeing people from that long ago, and most people were doing well, right? I didn't know what to think because it's been so crazy for everybody, and then you have this group of people that you knew intimately 20 years ago that you don't really know like that anymore, to see how they would come out from it. I was very happy. Like people were doing way better than I thought.
Awesome.
The average person was going to be doing, which is cool.
Yeah. And that is cool. And one of the things that's weird, dude, if you ever run into somebody like, there's some people that you speak to, and there's a lot of people I grew up with that even online, I'll keep in touch with, hey man, like, we'll reciprocate that. Hey, you're killing it, man. You're doing some good things. Like, that's awesome, man. Thanks for doing this, or thanks for being inspiring. And it goes both ways. But then you'll run into somebody and they'll give you this weird ass look or say some snarky shit to be like, oh, that guy, he's a scumbag, or he was this. Why? Because you're basing that on the 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old version of me. I'm 43, man. Like, if I'm still like that, that's a problem. So it's also a reflection of them. Like, dude, like, why are you stuck in that mentality of looking at people like that?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's wild, man. I'll give you a perfect example. My wife, I met my wife when I was 30, and ironically, she's from the same area, went to a different school, but we never crossed paths. Okay. And all these other people she was around, they told him, don't date that guy. Don't be around that guy. He's going to let you down. He's going to do this. He's going to do that, blah, 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 blah. Like all this negative shit. And I had receipts for all of them. And now, she said, no, that's not the case, whatever. And then now you fast forward 14 years later, all those people aren't even in her life anymore either.
Yeah. True story, man.
Yeah. Let's show you.
It does. Dude,
I still like, Windex. It's okay.
Hey, it's all good. We're not here to judge, right?
Exactly.
We're not here to judge. I was just saying, like it was to have that this weekend. It was kind of nice. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Turned out way better than I thought it was going to be. I had way more fun. And that's it. Now just back to helping people, changing lives.
That's what we do, man. And I think one of the main reasons why pushing this guy's like, life is short. It's somebody close to me, passed away on Friday. And it sucks, dude. But it also reinforces, when you start getting complacent, it's like, and he wasn't that old, right? So it's dude, like you don't have a lot of time. As morbid as it sounds, Gary Vee is the best quote ever. Like 3 words. You're gonna die.
Yep.
That's it, man.
It's true. It's true.
Straightforward.
Well, listen. You guys, share this with someone who needs to hear it. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll catch you on Financial Fitness Friday. Dave, thank you, brother. Be good. Sorry about your loss.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And to the rest of y'all, be great, y'all.
Take care.